Are you unknowingly part of the cosmic call to action? By Patrick, Maximillian, and Lana from the N5D website from January and March of 2015. A large number of people, especially those who feel or even know in their hearts that they have a role in the changing world, seem to have unknowingly experienced a call or shift which began approximately 6 to 8 years ago. In most cases, this shift in their thinking, perspectives, approach, mood, activities, and/or priorities appear to result from a loss or a death, a divorce or failed relationship, an illness or physical symptoms, or an intense new sense of feeling unfilled despite numerous accomplishments. Ding, 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 me. Regardless of the specific triggers, the event or events sent each person into a relatively uncomfortable, unhappy, disconnected, and discontent period in their lives. More than ever, they have felt intensely lost, confused, and disconnected from their true purpose, path, and joy, and more plagued by issues mentally, physically, and spiritually. However, it is our belief that the period of disconnect serves to prepare this special pioneering population for their roles as various leaders in the new era ahead. They are this epoch's first wave, and the period of disconnect was and is meant to help them. The challenges that they have been experiencing are to assist them to resolve and cleanse mental issues and attachments, to intensify their talents, and to connect them with each other in order to share, empower, and mobilize their efforts for the year or two ahead. Are you part of this first wave? And I would say any of those people watching the Plain Mundane show and listening to me, you're probably in the first wave. Most of these pioneers or first wavers have been experiencing many or all of the following: a feeling or sense that they don't fit in, don't belong, or can't connect to the people around them. A desire to find their true home and/or true spiritual family and community. A feeling that entities are around them. They may even see or hear those entities on occasion. A feeling that they aren't achieving the success, relationships, and happiness they desire despite having outstanding skills, capacities, and intelligence. Ding, ding, ding. Changes in mood, emotions, and energy levels that seem to reflect the people or planet around them as much, if not more, than their own state and condition. Moments of feeling more awakened or conscious, but finding those times short-lived or unsustainable in daily life. Vivid dreams, and even moving, speaking, or acting out while asleep. Periods of intense shedding of relationships, responsibilities, or priorities. A feeling that time is moving much faster. Ding, ding, ding. Noticing synchronicities and believing that there are no coincidences or accidents. A sense that times ahead won't be easy, but that the upcoming global events are necessary for our planet to progress and for humans to evolve in their development. If you are a first waver, you may benefit from the following: being in contact with others who possess high frequencies and vibrations. I might add to that, if you can join a group, schedule meetups. Meet up once a month, like say First Tuesday. Have a First Tuesday group of every month. Meet in some of your major metropolitan areas and provide some people an outlet so that they can go speak about things that their family and their neighbors and friends won't talk to them about. And things that are heavy on their minds and spirituality too. Number 2, healing residual mental and physical wounds. 3, understanding and accepting that your role in this world, quite literally and figuratively, may be very close to home. Embrace the notion that you don't have to save the world to save the world. Your immediate area may be exactly where you are needed. Reminding yourself that you can't save everyone and it's not everyone's destiny for you to save them. Practicing, developing, and intensifying your innate or learned skills and talents. Learning which foods, activities, and environments are most helpful and least toxic for your specific body. Part 2. When we sat down to write the article, Are You Unknowingly Part of the Cosmic Call to Action?, we wanted our first wave clients, friends, family, and other people like them to know that they are not alone in what they've been feeling, that their experiences and sensations do not make them crazy, that the awakening process ebbs and flows and is not always blissful. We wanted them to know that all of their discomfort, confusion, or struggles are usually not a result of their own inadequacies, fallings, or shortcomings, far from it. For the most part, their difficulties are rooted in the extreme challenge of living in today's world with the mindset and frequencies of tomorrow. We hear time and time again that first wavers feel very alien to our current world. Ding, ding, ding. Much like human thrown into the ocean who is left trying to breathe, acclimate, and understand the sea life around him or her. We would call that human inferior to fish because the person can't naturally breathe or flourish long term in that environment. Or would we factor in the context of the human's genetics, innate tendencies, and the fit of the surroundings? In almost every case, we would do the latter. For this reason, we believe that first wavers are the next step in human evolution in mindset and frequencies. First wavers constitute the revolution for the evolution of our species and planet. Are you of the first wave mindset? Listed below are some of the perspectives that seem universal to first wavers, who incorporate, act upon, and embody these philosophies in everything that they do. Number one, service to others is your mantra or motto, which helps dictate the decisions that you make and all that you are and do. You know that what you do to and for others will affect you and your loved ones sooner or later because we are all connected by frequencies, energy, our planet, and karma. Number two, you see our earth and human experience as a smaller part of a bigger picture. You feel almost like we humans are the experiment, playground, or school for spirits, entities, or forces from other dimensions, including some of your own soul's energy source. Three, you understand that it usually takes dire situations to open people's minds. You so want to be genuine in your interactions with others in your daily life, but feel more like you have to be metaphysical Clark Kent and keep your Superman thoughts and talents in your back pocket. You find that it's not until you come to the rescue of others in dire straits that they can look past your cape and how you helped them. They are finally more open and just grateful to be helped. Number four, you believe that happiness may or may not be the goal of this incarnation, but that living a life that is consistent with your purpose will produce all of the happiness you could ever want. It's not about imitating what others call successful life. It's about feeling like you are on your own best path to your destiny. You believe that your destiny is set and is great, but that free will and frequency can and will change the timing, ease, and efficiency of fulfilling that destiny. You look to strengthen your frequencies and awareness level. You follow your heart, number six, recognizing what science has finally proven. The heart senses and reacts to an event before it ever happens, and even before the brain can process it. The heart really knows best and first. Number seven, you despise that money is the focus and basis of our current world. Ding, ding, ding. You prefer to see people for how they are and what they feel and not for what they have or whom they know. You prefer to exchange services and talents rather than money. For you, sharing your art, time, and expertise tends to reflect more of what's in the heart than any other currency could or would. Number eight, you love and honor our planet and the natural universe. You feel the pains and physically, emotionally when Mother Earth is ailing or rumbling. You may also feel the pull or mental and physical disruption during events like the moon cycle, solar flares, planetary alignment, etc. It sickens you that humans have prioritized greed rather than sustainability and kindness to the living things around us. Number nine, you recognize that each person has a different part in our global community. Regardless of rank, role, or training, each person is valued and crucial to the greater picture. The student is as important to the teacher as the teacher is to the student, as are the construction crews that build their school and the maintenance crews that keep it beautiful. Obviously, the philosophies and perspectives mentioned above have existed throughout recent recorded history and have individual first wavers. However, unlike the 1970s, 1980s, or at any point in recent ages, right now we are finding that first wavers are in greater numbers, stronger in their capacities, and located in more regions than ever before. No longer single individuals covertly operating to make way for the wave. First wavers are the wave, and the wave is now. Although still only about 1% of the total global population, members of today's first wave legions are arriving in droves, as seen in the increase of gifted children being born, or are adults whose frequencies and talents are being activated by the personal, local, global, and galactic events at hand. Like no other time in our recorded history, the planet is ready. First wavers know that the planet and our current governing paradigms are finally ready to shift because of the following reasons. Number one, the Earth, its resources and climate can no longer sustain the destruction that humans have caused because of greed, overpopulation, and failure to think of long-term consequences. Unprecedented natural disasters are just one indication of the planet's unrest, as well as the trigger or domino effect that will cause more in the coming year or two. Number two, political governments are being challenged, overthrown, and forced to prepare for the end of the world or end of status quo scenarios. Political upheaval is gaining momentum, not only locally or regionally, but globally. Governments are no longer completely immune to the public's outcry and wisdom. Number three, galactic events are influencing our actions and emotions. Rare alignments, solar flares, asteroid proximity, etc. affect our technology, our bodies, and our capacities. We are forced to reevaluate our technology systems as well as consider how our own minds and bodies are being strengthened, activated, or otherwise impacted. Number four, quantum physics and other sciences are demonstrating that everything that we see is frequency, and those frequencies can reach for miles and affect every aspect of our experience because the sciences are proving what first wavers have sensed all along. The general population must now consider greater possibilities about who we are, where we are from, and why we are here, and what we can really do with our hearts and our energies. We are finally approaching the time when it is acceptable and even preferable not to fit in, but to fit out. Thank you for coming to the Plain Mundane Show. I'm Alex Queries.